Hey everybody, I'm here in Lancaster, New Hampshire with Tarrin Lupo. Tarrin, thanks for being with Motorhome Diaries.
Of course, man. I love Marv.
Right on. And I think we met at another Free State Project event, the Liberty Forum, in, where was it this year?
Oh, man.
In Nashville?
Manchester?
Manchester, yeah.
Manchester, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah, good to see you again.
It was a good time.
So many of you may know Tarrin from his YouTube channel, LCL Report. Can you tell us what the inspiration for this was?
Sure. At Liberty Forum, I actually did a class. It was a guy named Dave Ridley. If you don't know who he is, he's an independent media, I guess a journalist that does kind of low-budget reports. But he cranks out 2 or 3 a day about New Hampshire news mainly. He had a class where you could take and learn how to do kind of your own low-budget news. I had been blogging for a while and complaining on the internet, and I thought it'd be fun to try it just on a video because I kept seeing how many vlogs, and I just did it for fun.
Okay. And
what happened was people started asking me more and more, when's the next one, when's the next one, and it kind of just became a report. And I mainly focus on issues, like instead of a centralized New Hampshire, I focus my issues some on the South, but a lot of my issues are also issues that are national.
And not even just you doing stories and journalism on other events going on. You've actually done a little bit of activism yourself.
I am an activist. You know, it's kind of hard when you're not around other activists. I'm one of the only ones down there. And I'll do things like there's a big stink about $200 jaywalking tickets in Savannah. So I went and filmed the police jaywalking to show the irony. And of course, you know, they don't like that. And it's real easy in the South to get in trouble with the cops, so you gotta be careful. I do stuff like that, but you can only really be so brave when you got no backup.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm kind of looking forward to moving to the Free State Project, because I think I could be very fearless up here about my reporting. I've never really had too many jobs I've actually really loved. It was more just for a paycheck. And I thought, man, if I could get activism to pay, it would be fantastic. So I'm pretty much just shameless self-promoter. I'll market in my ads and in my views, and I think that's going to be the evolution of activism, because there's not a whole lot of money in liberty and activism, and we really got to take care of each other. So I always, even though I don't make much, I try to donate to every cool liberty thing out there, at least something. Yeah,
and I can speak from experience. He helped us out when we were in Jones County, and so we very much appreciate it.
Man, that could have been me, so that's fine.
Right
so
on.
You got to take care of each other. You listening?
So let me ask you a personal question. How did you yourself get into these ideas? Like, why is this important?
Believe it or not, I used to be a chiropractor back in the day. And after running businesses like that, especially healthcare, you realize the government's not your friend. You have this, it's kind of like having a really greedy ex-wife that just kind of sticks their nose into your business and takes and takes and takes and doesn't give a dang thing back. After dealing with I started as, I've always been an entrepreneur my whole life, running multiple businesses, in the government, you just couldn't get around these stupid regulations and them taking my rental houses and just stealing them out from under me with, you know, zoning laws, and it just makes you irate. And I hit a breaking point very early, and I've kind of always been anti-authoritarian, but I was one of these guys that hid and stayed low and was worried the government was going to get you if you spoke out. But now that this community is here, I can speak out without fear because I know someone's going to back me up.
Right on.
And as I've grown in my activism, I realized that there's really nothing the government does that I want. You know, it's getting more and more that it's kind of like just a busybody middleman that sticks their fingers into your wallet.
Right. Well, let me transition to another project you're working on, Stash Your Swag. It's a book that I know you provided to us, and that we've read and taken some notes on. So can you explain that, what that's about?
It's an e-book that I wrote because I really don't trust banks, and neither did my family. My grandparents never trusted them. And it talks about how you can hide just about anything in your house in over 100 different places. I give just different ideas, and all the places are dirt cheap to do. Most of them are free. All of them are under 50 bucks. But the idea is, I don't trust banks anymore because they're getting so nationalized. And you're going to find out real quick, if you're in business too, that the first thing they do is freeze all your accounts and take stuff. And also there's just crimes going up because the economy tanked. So it's just a good idea to hide stuff in multiple places in your house. And I talk about how you should have at least 10 different little stashes all over your house, and don't put everything in one nut.
And Tarrin, what's your last message for people sitting on the couch, you know, they agree with you in principle, but they kind of feel alone. Do you have any last words for them?
Yeah, you know, use the internet and reach out, because you are not alone on the internet. Get on Facebook, get on social circles, and you're going to find out, if you plug in the Liberty community, you become better friends with these people in a couple months than your friends you've known your entire life. You'll find out you're not alone, man. And that really helps to open up. I love this place.
Right on, man.
I'm so happy.
Oh, yeah. Well, Tarrin, thanks so much for being
All right,
with
man,
us.
I
Thanks for all the work
appreciate
you
it.
do.
Thank you for the interview.
Right on.
That's great. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fight the man.